You saw the punch. The instant when a game stops being a game and becomes a weather event. Loud, messy, and impossible to ignore. Jalen Ramsey drove his fist into Jamar Chase early in the fourth quarter, and what followed was less about penalties and more about a raw, human reaction to being spit on. Ramsey says Chase spat on him. Field-level video later appeared to confirm it. The play earned Ramsey an ejection, and after league review, Chase a one-game suspension for spitting. ESPN.com Mike Tomlin didn't bother with coaching speak or soft rebukes. When asked if he'd advised Ramsey to step away, Tomlin said bluntly, "I have no message if someone spits in your face," then added after a pause, "Do what comes natural." That short, sharp sentiment landed exactly where it was meant to, on the side of basic human instinct over PR niceties. It was less an endorsement of violence than an acknowledgement that some lines, like being spat on, push people past the polite playbook. What complicated everything was optics and timing. The officials on the field didn't see the spit in real time, so Ramsey was the one who drew the ejection. Chase played out the game. But television and sideline video gave the league new evidence to review, and the result was a rare midweek reversal of fortune. Chase suspended one game without pay, though he is reportedly appealing. The NFL cited conduct contrary to the generally understood principles of sportsmanship in its discipline. NFL.com post-game statements only stoked the narrative. Ramsey's reaction was visceral and uncensored. "He spit on me. I don't give a about football after that," he said, making clear that professional decorum evaporated the moment he felt violated. Chase initially denied spitting, but the video evidence and the league's ruling undercut that denial and set up an appeal process that will play out off camera while the Bengals prepare for their next game. ESPN.com Bengals coach Zac Taylor took an almost paternal tone defending Chase's character while acknowledging the mistake. He called Chase one of his favorite leaders and framed the incident as an unfortunate slip in an otherwise exemplary career. A message meant to contain fallout and steer the conversation toward growth rather than career-ending condemnation. That defense won't change the suspension, but it does matter in the locker room and in how a franchise models accountability. Bengals.com. The fallout matters for more than headlines. Ramsey's ejection removed a key defensive playmaker from the Steelers' sideline that day, and Chase's suspension costs the Bengals a top offensive weapon and a game check, plus whatever edge a fiery leader brings to the locker room. Both teams now have to navigate short-term competitive adjustments and longer-term reputational damage control. The NFL's enforcement here was also a message. Spitting crosses a line the league is willing to punish, even if the sequence of events on the field makes the situation messier than a clear-cut foul. AP News. What's left when the noise fades is a small set of honest truths. First, players are human and will react viscerally when they feel physically disrespected. Second, modern replay and camera angles mean the league will rarely get away with "we didn't see it" excuses for on-field misconduct. And third, how teams respond, coaches, captains, and the league included, tells you more about the culture behind the helmets than any single penalty flag. Tomlin's comment didn't coach behavior, it narrated reality. Sometimes the sport is less important than the person in front of you. NBC Sports. If you want the sticky image to carry into next week, a field-level shot of a player bending over another's face, an ejection card held high, and a coach's deadpan line that boils the whole mess down to instinct. The league will hand down discipline, the teams will adjust, and both players will live with the public verdict for a long time. But for the moment, Tomlin's words are the soundbite that sums it up. Brutal, human, and unvarnished. When someone spits in your face, what comes natural will often outweigh what the rulebook suggests. Yahoo Tetao.